Yo, what's going on, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? My name is JP. I am the CEO of Red Light Broadcasting. Today we're going to be showing you a video on, obviously, Red Light Broadcasting Central, or in this case, RLB Central. Now, the game's called Serenia Fantasy. It is a 2D real-time MMORPG. It is a browser-based game. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and actually show you a little bit about it. So obviously the character customization, well, let's just put it this way, there is none. There is absolutely zero character customization. With most 2D fantasy RPGs, there usually isn't. And with browser-based games, there are 9 times out of 10, I want to even say 9.5 times out of 10, there is no character customization. It just doesn't make much sense. It's one of those games that you just basically, you know, log into the website. You can log in with your Facebook. So it's kind of like that Facebook app kind of a deal. You can log in with your Gmail. You can log in with your MySpace, which, to be completely honest, who uses MySpace anymore? There's Facebook, there is MSN, there's Yahoo, there's Twitter. You can literally sign in with any social media hub you can possibly think of to get into this game. But what I wanted to do is I want to tell you a little bit about the backstory. So let me go ahead and switch into character mode. And I'll tell you a little bit about this while you enjoy the epic sounds in the background. Millions of years ago, the god of creation, Burr, and the evil god Harlan fought an epic war in Serenia. The war lasted a very long time. In the end, Burr created the holy sword Lambrosia by the element power of Serenia, and killed Harlan with it. The holy sword Lambrosia sealed Harlan's soul within itself, with hid in the depths of Hybis Labyrinth by Burr. In these long years, Holy Sword Lambrosia has been tainted by Harlan's twisted soul and become an evil sword. Harlan wishes to resurrect himself from the sword. There is only one purpose for Harlan's resurrection: revenge. Before he fully awakens, we must get to this labyrinth and destroy the sword to prevent this from happening. Adventurers have to defeat the evil Harlan together for the peace of Serenia. Now, this game itself is very, very rich in content. It's got about 7 different mini-maps, if you will, or little contents. There's Ancient Castle, Hot Desert, Gorgeous Undersea Cities, Dream-like Islands, Bountiful, wow, I can't even speak, Icy and Snowy Worlds, and like I said, there's about a bunch of other different areas. There's 14 currently right now. There's 14 different instances in the game that brings you to magnificent and unbelievable different worlds. Now, this game is a point-and-click game there. As you see, I kind of mess up a little bit there by right-clicking, so you obviously can't do that, but you can left-click in the game. You can move your UI all over the place, which is actually pretty interesting considering most browser-based MMOs, you can't usually do that. Now, I do want to talk a little bit because we kind of skipped over the fact that we didn't get much time to actually talk about the character customization. And again, there is none, but I do want to tell you all of the different classes that there is within the game itself. Like I said, when you enter the game for the actual very first time, you're obviously going to enter the character customization tab, which is the interface is 100% default, which means you can't change anything. You literally pick a class and away you go. We've got the warrior class, which is obviously your tanky, feely class. You've got your ranger class, which is obviously going to be, you know, your ranger class, which means it's a range DPS, and then you get your mage, which is a little bit of a combination of the both. So that is that. Now, currently, right now, you can have up to 3 different characters. You can create another one character, delete your character, create another character if you really wanted to. So you can have up to 3 different characters in the actual game itself, which is actually not too bad in and of itself. I mean, it's not too bad, right? Now, there is what they call in this system, they called sprites, or spirits. Now, what those spirits are basically going to be your stat system, basically. So once you get, you get enough spirits, then you can, what they call, the spirits actually grow up, so they're kind of like your pet system within the game. Now, another game that's very, very familiar to some people if you play MMOs, 2D style MMOs. There's a game called Demons Online. Now, it's not as in-depth as that game, but it is fairly in-depth. I mean, you have to obviously go around and really mash your keyboard, or in this case, click your mouse a million times just so you can actually get to where you need to go and get those sprites, if you will. And that will be able to then eventually build up your pet system. There is mounts in the game, there's costumes in the game, there's instances in the game, there's soul gathering, there is crafting system within the game, so you can actually craft weapons, armor, and jewelry directly right from the craft menu. You can upgrade your weapons, you can modify them, reset your stats, upgrade, transfer the whole 9 yards. Your inventory isn't the biggest inventory in the world, and because it is a free-to-play game, there's obviously a pay-to-win kind of a deal where you have to pay to get, you know, bigger bag slots and bigger weapons and better weapons and all that other kind of stuff. There is, if you look up at the top right-hand corner of this thing, just underneath of where it says Director, you can see there that it says get your reward. Now, I just got my reward now. What that is about approximately, you know, it's different for every level. Once you get higher up level, then your reward system, you know, takes a little bit longer. Now, there's what I was talking about there. There's the spirit food. Now, that's the food that I was actually, I was trying to figure out how to use it while I was playing the game. Couldn't really understand it. It was a little bit of a complicated system. But for those people that are listening to this, if you know all about that system, I'd love to know in the comments section below. So go ahead and do that. That'd be awesome. Currently, right now, there is actually 2 different servers currently you can get onto. There's the Kane server, and I believe the other server is like Forest or something like that. Not 100% sure on that one. But that is basically that. Now, there is guilds. You can have guilds in the system, in the game itself. So you can have different guild wars, territory battles, stronghold battles, chicken run, escort is the different things that they have there. So chicken run is obviously going to be, you know, your kind of event class system or whatever it may be. There's obviously XP rewards, Zeal rewards. Zeal is obviously the premium currency within the game itself. There's daily quest, an auto-piloting system. So what that means is that you can literally go AFK and you never have to go back to your computer ever again, and the game will play itself. Now, I've always said this in times before, that if there is an autopilot system, that means the game's encouraging you not to play it. So that doesn't say anything good for the game. Mind you, the graphics are pretty decent. I mean, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, and all that good jazz. Other than that, I mean, there's not really much else that I can really say about the game. It's really a grindy, you know, kind of feel thing to it, but it's not really grindy because, to be completely honest, you can just do the whole AFK system. So let me talk a little bit about the auto-piloting system, because that's a really big feature in the actual game itself. So obviously, like I said, there's 2 different methods. There's auto-piloting in Serenia Fantasy Online, of which is quests where you auto pathfind to something. So this is the auto-piloting system here that I was talking about. So you can see here, I can automatically just click on start. I can click on the mobs that I want to actually go against. I literally just hit start, and I can literally now walk away from the computer. I never have to go back to the computer again. It'll automatically give me potion when I need potion. It'll give me mana when I need mana, as you can see there. Once I'm under 40%, it'll automatically take a rest if I need to. It'll sit down and it'll rest, it'll eat, it'll do everything. Literally, you can walk away from the computer. Now, I don't know if that's the best system in the world, like I've always said before, and I've said it again, and I'm probably repeating myself here, but if they're encouraging you not to play the game, should you be playing the game? I don't know. Maybe you might want to let me know in the comment section below. There will be a download link in the description itself, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. But yeah, so you can literally search for the different monsters that you want to search for, all of that good stuff. The other thing that I want to actually talk a little bit about is the mounting system. So let me talk a little bit about the mounts. So the mounts are automatic mounts. They level up as you go. You can dye them different colors. You can meld them different colors. The mounts meld and transferring that has like a glowing feel to it, so it's a little bit more, you know, appealing. As you can see there, you can zoom in, you can zoom out. And that's pretty much about it. The mount is not the best looking mounts in the world, but nevertheless, I mean, it's a browser-based game and it's a mount, so that's pretty sweet. And the fact that you can actually do that and play that, that's really good. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the fact that there is a very, very quick leveling system. I mean, you gain a lot of experience just in this last 9 or so minutes, give or take. I'm already level 5. I started playing, now that I'm actually recording this off cam or whatever it may be, I'm not recording this live. I spent about a half hour, 45 minutes, and I got to approximately, I want to say almost level 20 or level 30, so you can level up ridiculously quick in the actual game itself. Let me talk a little bit about the event system and then the social aspect to this game, and then we're going to probably call that a quits. So social aspect, there's a chat, there's friends, there's a mailing system, there's a party system, and a PvP system that you can enable at any given time. Events, there is werewolf hunt, there's a masquerade hunt, there's cannon sight, crisis, wow, I can't talk today, nightmare abyss, devil's teleport party, there is battlefield party, there's a cross server arena, so you can actually across servers you can have different arena, lava core times 10, which means that there's obviously just a regular lava core, tells me anyways, and basically there is a stronghold system. Now this right here, as you can clearly see, this here is the in-auction, or the in-game money shop. Now they have tokens. That's what they're called. They're called tokens. And you can actually buy those tokens. Obviously it's going to cost you, you know, some type of actual money. And there's some of the mounts that I was talking to you guys about. That's 180 tokens. So other than that, that's pretty much about it. I should probably talk a little bit about the actual tokens system itself, but I don't have enough time. If you want to know more about this game, make sure you guys go ahead and throw a like in the like box below. Obviously, throw in a description of what you want to see in the next thing, which is your comment, obviously. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace. This video was brought to you by RLB Central. Live recording for gamers by gamers. Make sure you check out our music channel and our design channel, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.